Hello, drama lovers. Welcome back to this channel. There are moments in an actor's life when the cameras, the spotlight, and the applause are no longer enough to fill a small void in the heart. Moments when leaving for the filming location is no longer just part of the routine, but becomes something heavy, full of restrained emotions. That's exactly what Shu Kai just experienced. The top-tier actor, known for starring in numerous hit dramas, is back to greet the public with his newest project. A grand historical series that promises to immerse viewers in a story of love that cannot be possessed, of sacrifice, loyalty, and destiny. But what truly shook the hearts of his fans was not just the role he's taking on, but rather, who wasn't with him this time. That morning, Beijing International Airport felt a little quieter than usual. Not because there were fewer passengers or a change in season, but because Shu Kai arrived alone. Usually, there was someone walking not far from his side. Someone who didn't always appear in front of the camera, yet whose presence was always felt. Tan Songyun. The couple who stole the hearts of many fans when they confirmed their relationship earlier this year, now had to be separated for a while due to their individual commitments. Shu Kai, wearing a grey hoodie and a black cap, walked with his head down through the crowd of fans and media. He gave a small smile when asked for a comment by a reporter, but that smile quickly faded as he softly said, "She usually comes with me. Or at least, sees me off. But this time, she couldn't." That voice barely rose above the sound of luggage dragging across the floor. But its meaning pierced deep. And that was how it all began. Sources from Shu Kai's management confirmed that the actor would be entering the final phase of filming for a high-budget costume drama, helmed by renowned director Zhong Jinyuan. A grand production set in the mountainous province of Yunnan, where the air is thin and the scenery is breathtaking. Shu Kai would be portraying a young general torn between love and national duty, a role demanding emotional depth and physical endurance. But it wasn't the role that made Shu Kai seem quieter than usual that day. It was the absence of someone who was always there, someone who used to watch him from the sidelines before the first take, or remind him not to skip dinner. Tan Songyun, the radiant actress now also at the peak of her career, had to remain in Beijing. Photo shoots for international brands, film meetings, and a charity event kept her tied to the city. In an exclusive interview with Harper's Bazaar China, Songyun spoke candidly, "I really wanted to go with him. But everything clashed. He understands, and we promised to keep supporting each other, no matter the distance." That promise was more than just words. They proved it through small, intentional habits. Every night, they still video call. Sometimes, there's not much to talk about. But just seeing each other, even through a screen, is enough to ease the weight of longing. Songyun also shared that on the night before Shu Kai's departure, they cooked dinner together at home, rewatched an old movie they saw during the early days of their relationship, and wrote letters, by hand, to be opened during moments of solitude. "His strong, but even strong people need hugs in different forms," she said softly. "I hope my letter gives him strength on the long and quiet days." That simple story spread quickly across Weibo. Hashtags like #ShuKaiMrsSongyun and #SongKaiForever dominated the trending charts for hours. Fans posted video clips, created fan art, and even rearranged their interview quotes into poetry. In silence, fans felt a love that wasn't performative. A love that didn't shout, but went deep. At the cold filming location in Yunnan's mountains, Shu Kai didn't come empty-handed. He brought along items more meaningful than mere souvenirs. A navy blue knitted scarf handmade by Songyun. A framed candid photo of them vacationing in Qingdao. And a small notebook filled with handwritten quotes and affirmations from her. Every morning, he wraps the scarf around his neck, looks at the photo on his desk, and sits for a moment before starting, said one crew member. "It's like a ritual. We all know he's carrying home with him." Shu Kai was also seen carrying a small thermos of herbal tea, prepared by Songyun herself. The tea is known for soothing the throat, very useful for the heavy dialogue in historical dramas. During breaks between scenes, he sits quietly, sipping tea or writing in a personal journal. A habit he picked up since meeting Songyun, he once said. He writes about his days, about exhaustion and gratitude, clouds passing by, and scenes that make him cry. And he writes letters he doesn't send. He keeps them instead, for the day they are reunited. Meanwhile, back in Beijing, Songyun still made time to follow Shu Kai's updates. She was often seen watching behind-the-scenes footage sent by Shu Kai's manager, or rewatching old dramas they once enjoyed together, just to feel closer. And fans? They didn't stay silent either. They sent food trucks and coffee to the filming site with banners reading, "Stay strong, General Shu. Songyun is always with you in spirit." Friends from the industry also showed their support. Bai Jingting, Shu Kai's longtime friend, posted on Instagram story, "Hang in there, bro. We'll look after her until you're back." Meanwhile, Yang Zi, Tan Songyun's close friend, sent a bouquet of white peonies with a card that said, "Your strength in human form. Keep going." Behind the camera and spotlight, their relationship isn't just celebrity news. It's a mirror for many couples, those who also battle distance, time, and life's demands. Songkai, as they are fondly called, give hope that gentle love, full of support and free from noise, can still survive in a loud, distracted world. In a private interview with Il Men, Shu Kai mentioned that after filming Raps, he wants to take a little time off. "If everything goes well, I want to spend a few days just listening to the wind and seeing the face I miss most." Not long after, Tan Songyun hinted something similar. "Once everything's done, I'll find a way to surprise him, even if just for a few days." Now, they may be apart, separated by distance and time, but through every word, every quiet ritual, and every item they keep close to their hearts, it's clear. Their love never left. And perhaps, that's what makes this story so deeply moving. That even in silence, love can be heard clearly. That even in busyness, there's room to long for someone. And even in separation, there's still strength to hold on. So, what do you think, drama lovers? Do you believe that distance can strengthen love? Which moment in Shu Kai and Tan Songyun's story touched you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next update in their journey. Until next time. And as always, keep believing in the kind of love that whispers, yet runs deep.